you.
Hi loves, good day and welcome back to my channel. It's Doris here as always, and I'm back with another reaction video as usual. So if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do also subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, and then to my old subscribers, thank you for the love. I don't take it for granted. So guys, as you can see from the title of today's video, we'll be reacting to the British soldiers stands up for a black American at the Bamber Bridge. I'll just put it that way. The link to the full video will be in the description, so you can go check it out if you're interested in watching it without interruptions and all of that. So without further ado, let's dive right into the reaction of the day. Let's go!
Good evening, and welcome to a new segment of He Said, He Said, He Said, called What They Didn't Say. Tonight, we're going to talk about what we were never taught about Black history in high school. But before I begin, I'm going to give credit to Miss Frederica Lewis, whose information that was posted actually on social media, and we saw it and we thought this is some good information that we want to share with our viewers. So tonight, we're going to talk about the Battle of Bamber Bridge in 1943. On June 24th and June 25th in 1943, Black American soldiers faced off with white American military police during World War II on British soil. Yes, you heard me correctly. Black American soldiers had to fight their own white American soldiers while in England, where they were fighting for the world. And you might want to ask why. Well, because the English town of Bamber Bridge and Lancashire was not segregated. So they treated the black soldiers like all other races. By that, I mean blacks were free to eat, to drink, to walk around and socialize anywhere they wanted to, while back in America, segregation of blacks and whites still existed.
I'm sorry guys, I don't know why history really, there are some things history didn't tell us. I know a while back, probably last year or so, I did a reaction video to untold histories of the black and whites and all of that. Probably I'll leave the link to that particular video in the description box. And that was when I got to find out that what we were taught in school was totally incorrect. Because before now, I'm a Nigerian, I live in Nigeria. I grew up believing that the British people, they came into Nigeria to colonize us and, you know, took some of our people as slaves and all of that, you know. So I just grew up feeling like, okay, the British, they did a whole lot of harm to we ourselves, we Nigerians, we blacks and all of that. That was the mindset I grew up with. And yeah, it's been like that for a while, and probably it's still like that because they still teach such history in schools today. And then when I watched that video, I realized that the British, you know, they were the first people to try to put an end to slavery. As a matter of fact, they were the first people, the first country that tried, and probably even if there's nothing like slavery in the world today, a huge appreciation, huge kudos would be going to the British, because they were the ones who stood against slavery. And while it was ongoing in other countries, of course, but the British, they were against it. And I got to realize from that video I watched, that history I watched, I got to realize that sometimes it's even our fellow black people that are selling their fellow black to other countries for slavery and all of that, you know. They discriminate themselves. We blacks discriminate each other. Like there's this form of not just tribalism, not even, it's not racism of course, but we as blacks, we don't like ourselves. So even, yeah, bottom line is the British people helped to make sure that slavery is abolished totally from the world, from the country, although it's still prevalent in some parts of the world. But yeah, and then watching this video now, realizing that there was no segregation in Britain, you know, between the whites and the blacks. They all came together, they ate together, got married and all of that. And in our schools today, they still make it look like the British are the ones that were pushing for segregation and all of that. But yeah, from this video I've seen that they did not, and as a matter of fact, probably America or some other countries are the ones that believe in segregation, but the British people never really believed in it. Even if there'll probably be a few who believe in segregation, but yeah, we could say the British are known to be people that don't want segregation. So let's continue, guys.
So essentially, the American army went to someone else's country and demanded they adopted American racist
Can you
practices.
imagine that?
So when the American military police found out that their own black American soldiers were drinking at the same pubs as their white soldiers, they went in to arrest them. But the people in the town of Bamber Bridge got mad about the treatment of black soldiers, and then they decided to turn their pubs into blacks only drinking pubs, the very opposite of what was taking place in America with white only businesses.
Like, seriously, guys, can you just imagine this? Okay, they were black Americans. They were sent to protect their country and all of that, right? So you should be happy that at least where they are being welcomed and all of that. But instead, the same country that sent them, because they are blacks, of course, when they heard that, okay, the British people have accepted them, they do things together, they drink with them and all of that, they got angry and they decided to arrest them for that. So the Americans, they more like they went to Britain, like to the UK, to tell them that, okay, there is segregation amongst us in America between the blacks and the whites. There is segregation and we want you all to adopt it in your country. Coming to the UK and telling them to adopt racism and all of that, how crazy could that be? Oh my goodness, it's really really sad. And then the British, when I think I've heard a story like this, that this incident at Bamber Bridge, the untold stories, the British people were the ones protecting these black American soldiers from their own people, from their fellow Americans. It's Let's continue. I'm speechless, guys.
Of course, this infuriated the American military, so guns went up blazing. And when word spread back at camp that black soldiers had been shot, scores of men formed crowds and some carrying rifles. And by midnight, more American military police arrived with a machine gun equipped vehicle, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
So the
my
black
goodness.
soldiers had no choice but to get rifles from British stores while others barricaded themselves back at the base. So now it was American white soldiers versus American black soldiers. This led to the
Like,
unfortunate death
seriously.
of one soldier, injury of 7, and 32 convictions. But back in America, as it always is, the battle was hushed. It was not talked about because they didn't want the country to find out that the white soldiers were fighting their own soldiers, which would anger
Because it
the
doesn't
black
make
population
sense.
and weaken morale in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an important piece of history that a lot of you need, black history that a lot of you need to know about. So we thought we would share it with you tonight. You may read about other ill treatment of black American soldiers by their own army in the book Forgotten, the untold story of D-Day's black heroes at home and at war by Linda Hervel. Please go to the He Said Live Facebook page and you can get the link and definitely get the book. There's information in there that you want to know about because, again, they did not teach us this in high school. So we were very happy to bring you this segment of what they didn't say. Have a good night, everybody. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Oh my goodness, this is sad, this is appalling, and it's annoying. It's annoying. Imagine the lengths the white American soldiers would go to just because they want this segregation amongst their fellow Americans. They don't want them to be accepted anywhere. If you don't accept someone, it's okay. If someone else accepts them, I think you should respect that. So why are you angered because someone else is accepting this particular person or persons that you don't accept. So everyone should play by your own rules and all of that. And it's annoying because these people are supposed to be your own people. They are risking their lives for your sake, for the country, and yet you don't want them to have a relationship with any other country. More like, if they are doing good with this country, no, we have to block it. And they went to the extent of bringing in machine guns, just to fight with their fellow black Americans. So people, black American soldiers that went for whatever issue they went for, they now had to leave what they were doing, and they were fighting the white Americans. So it was now between the black Americans and white Americans, simply because the British people accepted them. They did not practice segregation, and the whites were not happy about it. It's so sad. It's so sad. I don't know. And till date, I feel like there are still lots of black Americans in the military, and I really do hope that they aren't still treated the way these past black American soldiers were treated at Bamber Bridge. I really hope, because it's a whole lot. It takes a whole lot. People being at the front line to protect you all, and then you coming to fight against them. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I hope it's not happening, because it's possible it's happening, but of course they won't say it. They will try to bury it the way they always bury things like that. I don't know, but I just hope it's not happening, because it's very sad, very unfortunate, and it doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, shout out to He Said, and the lady who wrote the book, I can't recall her name, for bringing this to light. I hope things like this are taught in schools today, like the real unfiltered truths. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We've come to the end of today's reaction video. If you have more, if you know more, because I know I have like veterans watching me, I have elderly people watching my channel. So if you know more about this, something I missed or something I'm not understanding, I stand to be corrected. Please let me know in the comment section. I hope to chat and interact with you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one, guys. But for now, this is bye.